Welcome to the explainer. Okay, let's forget all the AI hype for a second. The crazy art generators and the viral clips. Today, we're going to focus on how AI can genuinely change your life as a student. We're breaking down how you can turn it from just another distraction into, seriously, your ultimate study partner. All right, check this out. A recent study found something kind of crazy. So get this. 85% of students are using AI for school. That's almost everybody. But, and this is the wild part, a whopping 80% of them feel like they don't really know how to use it right. You see that? That is a huge gap. It's one thing to have a tool, but it's a completely different thing to know how to actually use it. So the big question is, how do we bridge that gap? How do we turn you into an AI power user for your studies? Well, let's get into it. Here's the plan. We've got 5 key things to cover. We'll start with the single biggest mistake students are making. Then I'll show you a trick for concepts and notes and a hack for practice and projects. After that, we'll get into the all-important art of prompting. And to finish up, I'll give you a toolbox and one final, very important warning.
First up, let's get right to the heart of the problem. What is the single biggest mistake that's holding so many students back?
So here it is. The main mistake isn't that you're using AI. It's that you're using it without a clear plan. It's like having a supercomputer but only using it as a basic calculator. And you're not alone in feeling this way. 70% of students are actively saying they wish someone would just teach them how to use these tools properly. Okay, so now that we know the problem, let's move on to some actual solutions. We're going to tackle 2 of the biggest study headaches out there: understanding complex topics and trying to manage all of your notes. We've all been there, right? You're in class, the teacher explains something, and it just doesn't quite click. By the time you get home and realize you're stuck, it feels too late to ask. So what do you do then? This is where AI becomes your personal 24/7 tutor. For a really deep line-by-line breakdown, ChatGPT and Gemini are fantastic. But if you need answers you can actually trust with citations from real sources, you want to go with Perplexity. Oh, and here's a pro tip. To make any concept unforgettable, just ask the AI to explain it with funny and real-life examples. Trust me, it works. Okay, next challenge. The exam is just a few hours away and you're staring at a huge notebook just filled with notes. How in the world are you supposed to review all of that? It can feel pretty impossible. This is where knowing the right tool for the job is a total game changer. If you've got long notes you need to analyze, Notebook LM can create an instant summary. If you love Notion, Notion AI can create structured points right inside your notes. My personal favorite, though, is probably Note. That's KNOWT. It can turn your notes into flashcards and practice tests, and it even has this cool Chat with Kai feature for when you get stuck. I mean, think about it this way. You wouldn't go to a dentist to get your heart checked, right? You go to a specialist. It's the exact same idea with AI. Using the right tool for the right academic task is absolutely key to getting the results you want. All right, so your concepts are getting clearer and your notes are finally organized. Now let's look at how AI can seriously supercharge your exam prep and help you absolutely ace those school projects. This is where it gets really fun. You can turn AI into an infinite, interactive study partner. You can ask it to generate 10 multiple-choice questions on atoms and molecules. You can even ask for tougher, competency-based questions to really test yourself. Or you could just tell the AI to play a quiz game with you on a chapter. It's like a study buddy on demand. But I have to give you a critical warning here. AI is a fantastic helping hand, but it is not a regulated academic source. It can and it will make mistakes. For the core material, the stuff that's actually going to be on the exam, you have to trust your books and your teachers, always. And what about those school projects that always seem to pop up? Well, tools like Gamma.app are an absolute game changer. You can literally just type in the title of your project and it will generate an entire 7 to 8 slide presentation for you, designs and all. And you know what the best part is? The free plan is incredibly generous. You get 400 credits to create presentations. 400! For most students, that's more than enough to last your entire school career without ever having to pay a thing. Let's move on to what is, I think, the most important skill of all. Learning how to talk to AI. This is the difference between simply asking a question and commanding the AI to give you exactly what you need. It really comes down to 2 main ways of doing things. Zero-shot prompting is what most people do, just asking a direct question with no context. But few-shot prompting is way more powerful. That's where you give the AI an example first, kind of teaching it how you think, then you ask your question. This helps it understand your thought process and give you a much, much better answer. Here are 5 simple steps to get a perfect prompt every time. 1. Be specific, not generic. 2. Give the AI a role, like act as a science teacher. 3. Set constraints, like answer this at a 10th grade level. 4. Tell it the format you want, maybe a table or bullet points. And 5. Don't be afraid to refine and retry. Just talk to it like a person and adjust until you get what you need. Okay, last section. Let's wrap this all up with a key resource to help you find these tools, plus the single most important thing you need to remember. So where can you find all these amazing AI tools and thousands more? A fantastic website is futuretools.io. It's a huge, curated library of AI tools for pretty much any task you can think of. It's a great place to just start exploring. And that brings us to that final, crucial warning. Treat AI like a powerful friend and assistant, but not like a god. Never, ever depend on it 100%. Always, always, always cross-check the information it gives you. Your own critical thinking is and always will be your most important asset. So, after everything we've covered, think about it. Which AI trick are you most excited to try first? Are you going to start by summarizing your notes, generating a practice quiz for your next test, or are you going to focus on mastering the art of the perfect prompt? The power is officially in your hands.